Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Ankush here from Alif Consulting. Today we are going to talk about Azure Express Route. So Azure Express Route let you extend your on-premise network in the Microsoft Cloud over a private connection with the help of connectivity provider. So Azure Express Route is basically provide you a one-to-one connection between your on-premise to the Microsoft Cloud network, but you need to have a cloud provider who is going to provide that connection. So Microsoft have a specific cloud providers or sorry, a specific connection providers across the world, and with them you can connect your MPLS network to the Microsoft Cloud as a private network or a private connection using the Express route. With Express route, you can stable the connection to the Microsoft Cloud services such as the Microsoft Azure and the Microsoft 365. So the Express route is not restricted to the Microsoft Azure cloud. You can take the advantage of Microsoft M365 services as well, like Office 365 and the Dynamics. You can access them over the Express route as well. Express route connects connection don't go over the internet. That this allow Express route connector to offer a more reliability, faster speed, consistency, higher security that typical connection over the internet. Now let's take this point in this way. So when you have a VPN connection, what has happened, your connection is basically happening over the internet using the on-premise firewall, and the data basically traveling between the Azure cloud over the VPN gateway to the on-premise and vice versa is happening over the internet. But at the same time, in Express route, as I told you, it's your one-to-one private connection. The data doesn't travel over the internet. That's the reason it's allow you to provide a more reliability, faster faster speed, consistent latency, and higher security, right? So here are the key benefits of having the express route. Layer 3 connectivity between on-premise and Microsoft cloud through the provider. It's provide you any to any network, so or a point to point Ethernet connection. So let's take an example. If you have an MPLS connection or you are connecting your multiple offices across the uh, one country or the multiple countries, you can take the advantage of having the express route, connect that express route on your MPLS, and you can connect or you can access Azure services from any of your offices across the multiple regions. So then it's a global connectivity to the Microsoft services across all the region. It's provide you the dynamic routing between the network using the BGP, built-in redundancy in every pair location for high reliability, connection uptime SLA. So all of these key features are there, which you can take the advantage of having the express route, and these are not available with the Azure VPN gateway. So here are the so in last slide we got to know about the benefit. Here are the some of the features which Express Route provide us. So layer 3 connectivity, redundancy, connectivity to the Microsoft Cloud services like M365, Dynamics, and the Azure services. Connectivity to the all region with a geopolitical location. So you no need to worried about where you are deploying your express route, but you can connect to the multiple location or the multiple data center in the Azure and your on-premise location as well. Access private across the private connectivity with the global reach of the express route. Rich connectivity partner ecosystem. So Microsoft have providers or the partners who is supporting the express route connectivity over the MPLS across the all countries. Like if I talk about the India, in India Microsoft have a Airtel and Tata, specifically two vendors who is providing the express route services. Now I have a one more, I'm not remembering the name, but Microsoft have a multiple players in all the countries to provide you the express route connectivity to the national clouds. So UK government cloud and US government cloud also have an express route facility to connect with those. national clouds or the government clouds. Dynamic scaling of the bandwidth, so it you can scale your bandwidth requirement dynamically. Let's say if you want to have 50 mbps initially, but later on you find you want to have 100 mbps or 200 mbps, you can increase or decrease your requirement of the bandwidth anytime. Well, this is how your flow look like. So as I told you, ExpressRoute always provide you the redundancy. So in this case, what happen? Your provider and the Microsoft Edge location is always going to be have a two connections. One connection is going to be the primary connection, and the another connection is going to be the secondary connection. So that in case of your primary connection is got break, your secondary connection is going to be become as a primary. And then we have a two pairings. One pairing is called a Microsoft pairing, and the another call is the Azure private pairing, which allow us to connect with the Microsoft Azure services, and the Microsoft pairing is allow us to connect with the other services like Office 365 Dynamics and the Azure public services like the public IP or the PaaS resources, right? So in this diagram, if you can see, we have a customer network which is an on-premise, and then we have a partner edge who is our provider, telecom provider or ISP, who is providing us the MPLS service for the Microsoft Express route. And then partner is going to be have a connectivity with the Microsoft Edge location, and from the Edge location the traffic will be going to route to the VMs or the other Microsoft services based on the pairing which we have configured. And then we do have multiple connectivity methods. So let's say if we want to connect with the over the WAN, then we have a any to any connectivity. If we want to connect it with the specific location, we do have a point to point Ethernet connection. And if we want to have any co-exchange or co-location where we have hosted our data center, we can connect them as well. So we do have a multiple deployment or connectivity method for the express route which we can use. Now we do have a multiple support, so it can start with the 50 Mbps connection, and then it can go up to 10 Gbps connection for the express route. The only thing is, like, the connection the express route price is going to be based on the speed you have selected. If you have selected a 50 Mbps, the pricing is going to be low. But if you selected a 1 Gbps, 2 Gbps, or 5 Gbps, or 10 Gbps, the pricing is going to be very, very high. Billing method. So there is a multiple billing methods. The first is related to first is basically based on the bandwidth. So we have an unlimited bandwidth. So where you will not going to charge for any kind of bandwidth, or based on the bandwidth you will be get charged for a monthly basis. All the inbound and outbound data transfer is included free of charge. Another one is the metered one. So in this case, billing will be based on the monthly fee, and all inbound or outbound data transfer is all inbound data transfer is free, and outbound data transfer is charged by the per GB of the data transfer rate vary by the region. So let's understand in this way what happen if we go to the ISP and we buy our internet, right? We have two options where uh, we can basically go ahead and have our unlimited connection, where we'll not going to charge for any kind of bandwidth, we'll be only going to charge for our monthly subscription. And another one is where we can go ahead and buy a specific data pack, and after that the speed is going to be reduced, right? In same way we have a billing method in express route. With the unlimited one, we need to pay a monthly fee. We will not get for any kind of inbound outbound data transfer rate. That is completely free, whatever amount or whatever data transfer you are going to do. But with the metered one, you will be going to charge for a monthly rate, plus you will be going for the charge for the output data transfer which is happening from Azure data center to your on-premise location, right? So these are the two billing method which is very important. Another one is you have a express route premium add-on. With the premium add-on on the express route shortcut, it's provide you the capabilities, it's provide you to increase the route limit, it provide you to a global connectivity for the services. You can have a circuit created in any region, and you can access all the resources across the multiple regions as well. It increase the number of VNet link per circuit from 10 to larger number depend on the bandwidth of the circuit. So if you are having a premium add-on, you will be going to get this all of these features, right? Let's move to the demo. So in our demo, I would be going to show you how you can see the pricing of the express route, and second, how you can create the express route. A part of that, I would not be able to show you any of another things like how you can go ahead and have a connectivity or how it's going to be work, since we need a provider, but in our lab or in our demo we are not having those kind of facilities. So we will be only going to show you how you can calculate the pricing and how you can create the express route and what are the information you need to share with your provider so that that can connect with that specific express route. All right, now let's first uh, go to the Azure calculator to see the pricing. So if you go to the calculator, what you need to do, you need to search for express route. And in the express route, what you need to do, you need to select what kind of connection is it. Is it the express route direct or is it the express route? So in my case, it's going to be only the express route, but if you in case it's the direct, you can select that as well. So express direct is having a higher because there is a no ISP involved in this case. It's a direct connection between your data center to the Microsoft location. In that case, charges are going to be a very high. So in the express route, it's going to be less, but at the same time, you also need to pay for your provider to provide the lease line between your Microsoft Edge router to the your on-premise location. Right, so you need to select the product accordingly, and then you do have a multiple zones. Like you want to go for US Gov or you want to go for Germany Gov. If you want to deploy for them, you can select all of those zones, and accordingly you will be get charged. So in my case, I'm selecting a zone 1, and then I do have a plenty of another SKUs which I can use. So let's say if I want to go with the premium, I can, or if I want to go with the standard, or if I want to go with the local, all of them have their own capabilities, and uh, uh, accordingly we're going to get the feature, right? And then we do have a data plan. So as I told you, we do have two data plans. What is one is the metered and another one is the unlimited. With the unlimited, you will see if you selected a 100 MB 50 mbps circuit, you will be get charged 375 dollars. But at the same time, if you selected the meter, your charges will be get little bit low because this doesn't include the cost. But at the same time, in the bottom you will see a cost to add for data outbound. So if you add this like say the 100 GB, you will be get charged for the 100 GB. But if you change it to the TB, your charges is going to be little high. So it's always recommended, if you need a higher outbound data transfer, or if you're going to your amount of data transfer is going to be high for the outbound connection, you should go for the unlimited connections or unlimited data plan, so that you don't need to worried about any kind of limit or any kind of data traveling outside to the Azure data center over the express route. All right, how we can go ahead and create the express route? Simply, we just need to click on create a resource, and here we need to search for express route, and then we need to select the express route. Okay, it's not searching here. Yep, express route, this is here. No, this is not the correct one. Why? Okay, let's move to the networking. We would be able to see this one. So we need to change it to the publisher to the Microsoft, and okay, it's not showing in the marketplace. I don't know why. So let's go back, and on the top you can search for express route circuit. This is the one, and then you do have a direct. So direct, we are not going to create it. Direct give us the ability to connect directly into the Microsoft global network at the paired location, strategically distributed across the world. So we are not going to do that. We will be going to have the express route circuit only. So for that we need to go into the express route circuit, and here we can click on create. So we can create it from a marketplace as well, and then we can create it from here as well. So we need to select the resource group in which we are going to deploy the express route circuit. We need to select the location, and then we need to define the name of this express route circuit. Okay, and then you need to define the configuration. So what kind of port is going to be? So in my case it's going to be provider, and that's simple. We don't need to, we are not converting anything from the classic one, so it's going to be create as a new. And then we need to select the provider. So you will see we have a Airtel, we have a Tata Telecom, and I think we have a Vodafone as well. Yeah, we have a Vodafone and Idea Limit, which is the Indian organization. So we have a three provider in India. One is the Airtel, another second one is the Tata Telecommunication, another one is the Vodafone Idea Limited, which all of these three providers are eligible to provide us the express route connectivity to our on-premise location over the MPLS. And then we need to select the billing model. Either it's going to be the unlimited or either it's going to be metered. So in my case, I'm selecting the provider Airtel, and then once I do that, I need to select the paired location where I'm going to connect. Either I'm going to connect to the Chennai location or either I'm going to connect with the Mumbai. So you can select any of the one according to your requirement, and then select the bandwidth, how many I mean, how much bandwidth you are going to get or you are asking for this circuit. So I'm going with 50 Mbps. That's it. Then it's going to be standard or it's going to be premium. That's something you need to select. And then you need to select the billing method, sorry, or billing module. So I'm going only with the metered. That's it. You need to define the tags if you have a policy in place for the tagging. And it's going to run the validation. Once the validation is passed, you can go ahead and click on create, and it will be going to provision a express route circuit for you. All right, so this is going to take, I think, 2-3 minutes to get this express route circuit deployed. Once this express route circuit is deployed, there is a few informations, or most probably the information which you need to put in the portal, which you are going to get from the ISP to manage your express route connectivity between partner and the Microsoft Edge location. Well, this express route is completed. Now, if you go to the resource, one important thing you would be going to see is the service key. The service key is a very important, because with the service key you will be going to get authenticated, and your partner is going to be get authenticated with your Microsoft Edge location. And with this service key, the partner will be able to provide you the communication with the express route circuit which you have deployed, right? And this is a very important and and very important and confidential information, so you have to keep it with your own. You would not be sharing with the other people except the ISP provider. And then you do have options to change the bandwidth. You do have option to change the SKUs, like a standard to premium. You do have option to change your billing module, like meter to unlimited. These all of these things you can uh, change. But here is the option, like once you change to the unlimited, you would not be able to go back to the metered one. But if you have a meter, you can change it to the unlimited, and then same way you can change the plan standard and premium, but you will not be change it to the local. And then you can create the connection here. So in our case, first we need to provision this circuit, and we need to have a connectivity. Then only we would be able to connect it with the we would be able to create the connection with the Azure gateway. And then we have authorizations, like if we want to add authorizations for other circuit, or we can do that as well. And then if we want to do, or we want to create the pairings, like a public pairing, private pairing, and Microsoft pairing, we can do that. So according to the pairing which you are creating, the express circuit will be able to provide you the functionality. So let's say if you only want to use this express route to connect with your IaaS resources like the VMs and the stuff which is deployed in your virtual network, you should only go for the private pairing or the private Azure private pairing. Yes. So if you want to access the Microsoft PaaS resources and the over the public IP of the VM and the public IP of the application gateway or the other services who have the public IP, you should go for the Azure public pairing. And if you want to access the Microsoft Office 365 dynamic service, you should go for the Microsoft pairing. All right. So this is how you can go ahead and create your express route circuit, and you can change the bandwidth and change the skew for express route. You can change the bandwidth and you can change the bandwidth billing models as well for this express route gateway. Well, this is what I have for you in demo. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for upcoming videos. And if you need any kind of help, please feel free to reach us. Thank you.